don't even go, you want to die there. Citizenship abi.
What now come mean?
What do you mean what now come mean?
All That Glitters is the movie I'm reviewing today, and this movie is executive produced by Arab Entertainment. The movie is directed by Valentine Idochi, and the producer is Tayo Adebayo. A quick recap of this movie is a young girl who was torn between her ex and her current boyfriend. Was she supposed to go back to her boyfriend who came back from the UK, or stick with her current rich boyfriend? This movie can be found on Ibaka TV. What I like about this movie, let's start with the basics. The storyline is very interesting, and the message of this movie, I mean, from the title, All That Glitters, the movie teaches you whether to stick to what you are enjoying now. Basically, a bird in hand is worth two in the bush. Simply means that, you know, what you have now in your hands is far better than what you think you deserve or what you think you can get in the future. The decision Bimbo had to take in this movie, or in her role that she was playing, was so great, and I think I entreat you guys to go and watch this movie. So yes, that is the message from this movie, and the storyline was written beautifully. Now, another thing again I love about this movie, let's talk about the cast and the directing of this movie. Let's start with Bimbo Ademoye. You can't go wrong with Bimbo. This lady is talented, and I'm just happy that she's an AMVCA winner as well. She actually deserved that AMVCA award she won 2 years or 3 years ago, and she was in character. I love the fact that she stick to her illiterate and her broken English character, mixing it with the, you know, Yoruba words and stuff like that. Her role she was playing was to be the uneducated Yoruba buka seller. She didn't go off script in terms of speaking good English or correct English at the point. And Bimbo is one person that can't go wrong with any character at all you give her, and this was an exceptional performance from Bimbo as well. Then we talk about Bolaji. Bolaji was the saucy friend, educated friend that was there to support Bimbo. Another talented actress. Like, this lady, anything you give her, she'll act it perfectly. Like, even if it is passerby, Abi Waka pass character, she will act it perfectly. She's one person that I know very well who does not discriminate whatever you give her to act or whoever you give her to act with. Bolaji is one character that she does everything. You can't go wrong with Bolaji. Then we talk about Bolale. Bolale is one character that I have a mixed feelings with when it comes to his acting. Sometimes he's nailing it, sometimes he's not nailing it. For me, it was really sit back in his character in this movie, and that was okay. And like I said, his character was more reserved, which was okay. It's just like an average acting character that he did here. Then we talk about Ogbonna. This guy had a transition in his role. He was acting poor, then he became very rich. He traveled outside. I love it so much because of the transition. Being poor and speaking pidgin to traveling outside the country and coming back and having an accent, and he was acting all of that very well. And I mean, Ogbonna, when it comes to Igbo character, he's there to bring that Igbotic side of him. He doesn't joke with, you know, his tribe at all. Again, because his girlfriend was illiterate, he has to match up with the girlfriend in terms of speaking English. So they were speaking broken English most of the time, and that was really a very nice transition from Ogbonna, and I love his character so much. Another thing I love about this movie was the cinematography of this movie. The clear picture quality was top notch. Another thing I love about this movie was the time frame. This movie, the characters involved and the storyline delivery, everything was so perfect in a way that it was not 2 hours, and that is so good. I keep saying that a good movie is not supposed to be 2 hours plus. No, 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 no. A good movie, it shouldn't be 2 hours plus. So this movie is exceptionally good, and in less than 2 hours they delivered a good script. So trust me, you're not going to waste much of your time watching a good movie. Another thing, and of course the last thing that I love about this movie, is the location of this movie. The location wise, I'm talking about the outside shot, that's the restaurants, and also the buka joint as well. I love the way the camera angles were moving, or the movement of the camera angles when they are showing the buka joint. That was really nice. And also Bolaji's house, that's the location. I love that, you know, that house is not used or overused for YouTube movies. I love when I see houses or location for, you know, houses, and they are not overused for YouTube movies. I really love that so much, and that of course categorize what I mean by the location was really beautiful. So yeah, those are the things I love about this movie. What I don't like about this movie, let's start with the size of this movie. Guys, I keep saying that a YouTube good video should be the size of 16.9, and this movie, I don't even know what the size they use. It is very small, like very small, unless of course you want to change your own setting and enlarge it. If you want to use the normal regular YouTube size, you're not going to enjoy this movie. It was very tiny. I don't know why they edited it like that, or they shot the movie in that. I don't know what happened. I was just angry. Who was behind the decision to make this movie size like it was tiny? The size was something I really hate for this movie. Another thing that I didn't like about this movie is the costume. When I say costume wise, I'm not talking about all of them. The person's costume that I didn't like were the guys, that's Ogbonna and Bolaji. Their costume, especially when Ike came back from, you know, the UK or wherever he came from, he's supposed to look the part. He wasn't really looking the part for me. I mean, he was decent, pretty decent, but you know, when you look in hindsight, he wasn't looking the part. They were a bit lacking in that part. And then finally, the thing that I didn't like has to be the last scene. And you know, we saw Bolaji coming to interfere in that meeting, or in that dinner they were having. I just didn't like the ending. I mean, the ending was okay, but what I mean by I didn't like it was how Bimbo was not given the opportunity to explain herself on her decision making in regards to who she was taking between the two men, or that on her behalf. It wasn't in the place of Bolaji to do that. It was in the place of Bimbo explaining rather. Do you get what I mean? So they wrote the story in a way that her friend did all the talking for her. Meanwhile, it's not in her place to explain why her friend is taking you rather than taking the ex. Do you get me? They should have given that last opportunity, or that last scene, to Bimbo to explain herself to Bolaji as to the reason why she was choosing him and didn't choose the ex or whatever. So that was the reason why I did not like the last scene. But anywho, that really doesn't affect the storyline or how it's, you know, played out. That is just what I did not like. I would have preferred it in the other way around. But anywho, it was a good movie. It's a good watch. You need to watch it if you're a fan of this 4 main characters. Trust me, you are going to enjoy it. And on that note, I'm giving this movie a 7/10. I really didn't have a lot of bad things to say about this movie. So yes, 7/10 for me, with this good storyline. So guys, thank you so much for watching this quick one. I'll see you all in my next movie review.